the last interview of B Corp Month.
Yay.
Who better to have than Emma from Warwick Events? So we look out of the end of B Corp Month and towards September, the Louder Than Words event, where we're all actually going to be in person in Oxford, and it's going to be run by Warwick Events. So great to have you, Emma. Can we start just a bit about Warwick Events and you? And your work building community and how you started. I love the story. Can we just jump in? It'd be great.
Yeah, sure. So I have been in the event industry for too many years now. It makes me feel really old, 25 years. And in 2010, decided that I just had this amazing place where I lived. Amazing people. People is my focus. And just wanted to use my skills, but be bringing people here to this area, and to using small local suppliers, to using charity venues, which I'm really passionate about. I mean, it's an interesting one. Obviously, Rob, we've had a little bit of a chat about kind of talking about money flow. If you can get, you can get your clients' money flowing into small independents and into charities, the impact an event can have is amazing. So in 2010, I set up Warwick Events, and it was just me when I set up, and we wanted to just work within a 50-mile radius, both of suppliers and events, and that's what we did. And then kind of roll forward, and you hit 2019, 2020. And I'm working on an event that sadly got cancelled due to coronavirus, and was emailing Rob from Toast Ale. So do you know about Toast Ale?
Yep.
Amazing. So obviously an amazing company, taking those unused slices of bread, making them into their beer. And they had a B Corp logo on the bottom of their email. And I clicked on it, and suddenly the way that I'd started the business and everything that we've always done, and worked within the community, I was reading as kind of all of the parameters around being a B Corp. And it was like, I immediately contacted, I had colleagues at that point, so the business had grown. And I just, this is us. So kind of the first 10 years was kind of a slow build of the company. And then in 2020, we started on our B Corp journey. And probably, as many people might have said, as a small business, it gave us this incredible framework. We were doing good things with our events, and we always come to an event from the perspective of the people coming. We always walk in our participants' shoes, and think about, is that awkward? Have I got anything to say? We're looking at whether we use local artists to kind of come in and be conversation starters. And we've always used our community to help an event feel more like a farmer's market than a kind of a highly polished supermarket. That's probably the best description. You don't necessarily recognize the brand, but you if you go to a farmer's market, you're going to get quality, and you're going to have something that's potentially got a family story attached to it, and it's got heart and soul. And I think when you go to an event that's got heart and soul, you just feel it. You relax, your connections are better, and that's what we have always done with our events. So we certified in 2021. And we were very, very lucky to do the 1,000 times better. So, Rob, I think, when did you certify?
Almost 2 years ago now. So
did you join us at the Natural History Museum?
I did.
Amazing.
Didn't realise that.
Yeah. So we organised that, and here we are now, about to embark, I think we're going to be 2,000 very, very soon. Rumour has it. So, which is super exciting. So look at that growth from November of 2022 until now, that we've doubled in size again. So in a nutshell, we started in 2010. We've grown, but we've always just been a very people-focused event management company. And obviously also coming with that, looking at how we reduce our impact on the environment as well, or put
Yeah.
a positive impact onto the environment.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you, we spoke briefly about travel with B, or I've got that wrong.
Travel with B Corp. So soon after becoming a B Corp, I found this amazing group of travel companies. So obviously events kind of fit in that travel. They kind of sit on the periphery, I guess. So Travel by B Corp is a community that we're a member of. So it's now got a membership. I think that we're about 35 or 40 companies. We had our first ever face-to-face meeting. I think it was towards the end of the whole pandemic. And I just came away buzzing, Rob, meeting these people in real life that are doing this incredible stuff with their businesses and doing things in parts of the business that I'd never really thought about. So really opened my eyes into, oh my God, I've never thought that, it's just been something that I've never, considered, that I could have a positive impact in that area of our business. And I was just so inspired, and learned a lot and realized that we can learn so much from one another as B Corps, that we've all got our specialisms, and that we're all doing different things, but also sometimes all share the same challenge as well. And when you share the same challenge, then if you've got multiple heads working against it, it's always going to be better, isn't it?
Yeah. Instead of one big one. Yeah, that's it.
So the Travel by B Corp kind of movement is growing, and we are now kind of connected through Notion, and we are sharing policies, and so some of the stuff that and as new policies are needed, rather than all of us in our little silos trying to create these and taking time, working as a collective, we can do so much more because it frees up time to push forward with your business, push forward with doing better. So so the whole premise really behind Louder Than Words is to bring us together, all the B Corps together, so that we can inspire one another. I mean, as I say, inspire one, we're already inspired. We're already kind of people that want to do a good thing. I think that's what, is a common thread. But sometimes we just don't know how to do the next step. We want to be better, but you are busy with work and the day-to-day business, and sometimes you don't have the time to break away and think about the next steps. How can I do better? How can I move beyond? And I think that that's the really exciting thing about this festival, is there's going to be lots of people sharing their little wins, that you can just practically apply to your business. So this isn't about big headline speakers coming and kind of giving you a motivational piece. This is about us kind of going into battle together a little bit,
Yeah. And I think, that's a great place for us to close off our B Corp Month interviews. But let's just get a quick plug for that event. It's in September, is that right? What do people do?
It is in September. So perhaps in the LinkedIn post we can share the link to the website. It's the 10th to the 11th of September. So it's 2 days. Very quickly, it starts off in the mornings with some really great content shared to the whole community. And I think it's very important to say it's being shared. This isn't people talking at you. We're using technology so that we can get the audience's opinions, we can get audience's questions constantly through that. Because when you gather together, I mean, otherwise we might as well just do like a TEDx and broadcast it. Hey, if you're just going to go along and see somebody talk and they're just talking at you, then I can do that and watch it on my screen. So this is about, when there are like 1,700 people in one space, and then we also have digital virtual tickets. So who also are on the app as well. So whether you are in the new theatre, whether it's being live streamed into the cinema screens that we're taking over in Oxford, or whether you're a virtual participant, we are designing the event so that everyone feels their voice is being heard. And I think that, there'll be some questions going out into the audience, and we'll probably all be quite surprised with some of the responses and polls that come back, some of the questions that come back. And then the afternoon, best description, elevator pitches. It's like a literary festival for the business world. So think Edinburgh Fringe. So there's going to be lots and lots of content going over all parts of the city. So might be choosing something small with 20 people. You might be in a lecture theatre watching a really in-depth Q&A with 300 people, or you could be in one of our debating chambers in the town hall and having a really heated discussion going on, and joining in that, witnessing that. So there's all sorts of, and obviously lots of time in the program to connect with people. That is, fundamentally really, really important.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. I think the message is click the link, be there or be square. So great place. Great place.
I love it. I have to steal that. I'll write that down.
Never been written before. Yeah, write that down. Right, back to the studio. Thanks, Emma. Take care.
Thanks.